Iron Man, Steve Rogers, Hulk, Captain Marvel. Those are some of the heroes that Thor fought with in Avengers Endgame. And now we have the Thunderbolts. Let that sink in for a second. To go up against Doom, somebody who you don't even need to know that much about, Doom stops Thor with 2 fingers. He stops him with these. On some Aizen versus Ichigo. He stops him with these. And we have the Thunderbolts. Wow. I mean, how we fallen, right? Like, we have nobody left. Where's Sentry? Where's Sentry? Is he in his bag still? Where's Sentry? Thunderbolts. You guys should be dealing with bank heists and jaywalking and shoplifters and, you know, when a thief steals a granny's purse and runs down the street. That's Thunderbolts level. That's Thunderbolts level. Doom? Doom. Yo, someone go tell the Thunderbolts to go deal with the shoplifters in NYC. What are we doing in the room in Avengers HQ to discuss on how to take down Doom? Why are we there? Why are we there? It makes no sense. It genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, makes 0 sense for them to be there. And to a certain point, I get it, right? We need everybody here. It's on some Infinity War, we need everybody here. Thanos he really didn't have any supernatural abilities. He was just a tyrant who managed to get his hands on the Infinity Stones. Aside from that, he was just a tyrant, a strong being from the universe. And well, I fear that Doom isn't that. Doom is not a tyrant. Doom is not just somebody with strength. He has supernatural abilities. This is no longer a human problem. This is a superhero problem. And as good as the movie was with the Thunderbolts, as good as that movie was, folks like Bucky and the red Santa Claus, we can't have you here. You're just in the way. This is no longer a human issue. This is a Thor issue. And Thor got stopped by these. Here's something I want to speak about. Sam Wilson's Captain America essentially has been benched big time. I'm here to discuss how dirty they've done Anthony Mackie's Captain America. They gave him a subpar movie that I think the internet mutually agrees was mid, even below mid, and they haven't given him anything since then. And now they're throwing him alongside everyone else, of course, to fight Doom and Avengers Doomsday, and he is a side character. We're talking about Captain America. He is a side character. Let's watch the trailer from the top before I speak further on this. I need to plug in my phone. Hold on. So we watched a universe get destroyed, right? This is what I've seen theories on it. Like, the theory is that this is Andrew Garfield. No, not Andrew Garfield. Tobey Maguire's universe being destroyed, and here's Doom. So we obviously are getting a lot of stuff here. Avengers HQ.
Many warriors in my time.
Fantastic Four with Thor.
Far stronger.
These bump. Look at this room. Genuinely, look at this room. Have a peek. we have the Thunderbolts here. First of all, wow, she looks really small compared to everybody, but who cares, right? Who cares? Genuinely, look at this room. The Fantastic Four, they're cool, sure. They're the only ones who can probably deal with Doom, let's be honest. That's their main antagonist anyway. Look at this room, man. Look at this room. Bucky's hidden behind this woman. Thor. Okay. What are we... It don't even matter, Bucky. You can stay hidden. What are these... What is this room, bro? What is this room? These are Earth's mightiest heroes in this room. Together, we're doomed. We're doomed. Namor? Like, what is Namor gonna do, bro? What are any of these gonna do?
Threats that scared me far less than this one.
Michael, Shang-Chi, finally. Woo.
Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles. And presume nothing
Mystique.
except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle. Hey, pal. It's not possible.
He looks really like a lot thinner, which I'm sure was the goal. Let's speak on the Captain America thing before we get into anything else. Sam Wilson's Captain America is not only benched, but he's irrelevant. He is completely irrelevant in this movie. They brought back Steve Rogers. You know, at the end of Endgame, Steve Rogers hangs up his jersey, gives his chain over to Sam Wilson, and he comes back in Doomsday, and he snatched his chain right back. We don't care about you no more. You know that one meme? Yo, LeBron, we're good. Yo, LeBron, Sam Wilson,
Ben Simmons
we're
is here.
good. Steve Rogers,
we're all
is here.
good.
Why would they do that? Like, unless this is a trick and the whole thing is a plot twist. Why would they make it where Steve Rogers hangs up his jersey at the end of Endgame, drop one mid-movie for Sam Wilson's Captain America and a TV show, and then just bring back Steve Rogers for Doomsday? Like, it feels like they're just trying to use Steve Rogers or whatever the heck as hype, you know, to build hype. We have gotten 36 projects, and not all of them are MCU. 36 projects. Well, MCU, sure. We have gotten Spider-Man Far From Home, which was mid. I thought it was very mid. If you guys think this is a Spider-Man movie, you're wrong. Like, it's not it did not feel like a Spider-Man movie, to be honest. WandaVision, I know a lot of people liked it. I'm not gonna watch WandaVision, bro. I'm sorry. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Loki, I heard was really good. I'm not gonna crap on it, but I haven't watched it. Black Widow. What If? That doesn't even count. Shang-Chi was a banger. Eternals. I personally liked Eternals. I thought it was cool, but was it really all that? Not really. Hawkeye. Spider-Man No Way Home. I know a lot of people like this one. I didn't think it was very good. I thought it was a great cameo fest. Nostalgia was there. It is literally one of the most iconic movies when it comes to theater reactions. But if we're talking about a movie, I don't even think it was all that. I thought it was really good though. But, you know, Lucas, choose one. Moon Knight. I know a lot of people liked it. Doctor Strange, Cheeks. Trash. Miss Marvel, trash. Thor: Love and Thunder, mid. She-Hulk, what is Werewolf by Night? Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, I never watched it. Never watched it. Guardians of the Galaxy, don't care. Trash. Secret Invasion, trash. Volume 3 was alright. The Marvels, trash. Echo, what the heck? Trash. This I heard was peak. People liked it, I never watched it. Trash. Never didn't watch it. Brave New World, trash. Daredevil Born Again. I watched season 1 of Daredevil. Never got around to watching season 2. I'm sure it's good. Thunderbolts, good movie. But once again, what are they gonna do against Doom? Ironheart, trash. Fantastic Four, I thought it was okay. As far as the introduction film goes, it was probably a little bit underwhelming. Eyes of Wakanda, never watched it. Marvel Zombies, didn't watch it. Wonder Man. Punisher, again? They're still dropping the Punisher? Dang. Really? I watched the first like 2 seasons. They're still guess they're still dropping Punisher. My point is they probably dropped like 30 something MCU relevant projects. In how many of them? Be honest with yourself now. How many of them can you truthfully say I care about that person or this movie? I think early Marvel did such a great job at doing that, but now I think they have this bar. They've set this bar, at least for themselves, where it needs to have some like multiversal level feat in it, when it just doesn't need that. It doesn't need that. Some characters just need emotional movies, traumatic backgrounds where we can watch them turn into the heroes that we're gonna love. Thunderbolts, we're gonna care about them to a certain point. I think we can all agree we care about the Thunderbolts because of how great their movie did at bringing out the emotional side in them. But some of these characters are so bland, bro. Some of these characters are so bland. In Shang-Chi, y'all did one movie damn near 6 years ago and haven't given him any shine, and you're just throwing him into this movie just because? Really? We couldn't get a Shang-Chi 2 or have him cameo on a show or anything. You're just throwing him into this movie just for the hell of it. It's so annoying. Like, I loved Shang-Chi. I thought it was one of the better movies Marvel's dropped. But they throw him into this movie out of literally after leaving him out for years. They throw him into this movie just because. And it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Gambit, they could have at least given him a show. I don't know. They're throwing him into this movie and obviously giving him some sort of spotlight. The X-Men, we haven't seen anything of them MCU related in so long, and now they're throwing them into this movie just because. Namor, like, I get he was in the one Black Panther film, but does anyone really care about that? Why is Namor getting so much shine? You know, like, what the heck is going on? We don't care about Namor. I'm sorry, we don't. If you care about Namor, sure, man, go for it. But I personally don't care. Like, I remember when I watched Infinity War when I was a kid. I was so ecstatic. I thought, this is peak. Y'all remember that one trailer? That trailer of Infinity War was the most hype I think I've seen the internet be for anything Marvel related. Anything superhero related, period. Matter of fact, that trailer alone might be a Hall of Famer when it comes to hype in trailers. You know what I mean? That is literally a Hall of Famer. Endgame, same thing. And not as much, sure. Impossible to be that much. But it was still up there. Yet this movie, I honestly... I feel like the first hour is literally gonna be bringing these heroes together. And they're all like trying to fight each other, like wah 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 wah. Oh wait. You know Doom? Doom? You know Doom? Oh, Wait, you're a good guy? Oh, you're not evil. Oh, Doom. Oh, you want to fight Doom? Like, I feel like that's what the movie's gonna be for the first hour and a half. There's no story there for me. I don't need to see that for 3 hours. I'm sorry. I don't know how long this movie's gonna be, but I don't need to see another Endgame thing where they're just bringing all these heroes together and collecting. It is essentially collecting things. I don't need to see Adventure Time, Avengers Doomsday Edition, where they're just having an adventure collecting things, and this time things are just people. I don't need to see that. I don't care for that, bro. I'm not saying the movie's gonna be trash, but like when it comes to Avengers, this is the biggest it gets, you know what I mean? And we're walking into here with not really that much relevancy when it comes to some of these characters, and I need them to differentiate. Like, even since Endgame was a mid movie. Avengers Endgame has one of the greatest deaths in fiction history with Iron Man, but the movie itself was literally just them collecting the Infinity Stones in some, like, the timeline format, and then coming together for that one fight. It wasn't like the greatest movie, if you're being very honest with yourself, and I don't want another Endgame when it comes to Doomsday. We've had that already. I want a movie. I want something that actually has like story and like emotional connection and values and all that stuff. Like, they've gone so far away from what I fell in love with as a kid when it comes to Marvel, and that was actually like caring about the hero on the screen. That's what made Iron Man Sacrifice as good as it is. We had the weight of the 3 movies, the 3 Iron Man movies, and every single time we've seen Iron Man, the weight behind that character in that death in Endgame. Since that instance, along with Steve Rogers hanging up his jersey, we have not had anything like that, you know, and they haven't built anything since that, or even during Iron Man's reign. Those characters are still around, and they have failed. They failed at measuring that weight that Iron Man's character had, and they failed at passing that through others and onto others. And it's like, these characters I don't care about, bro. I don't care. They're superheroes at the end of the day. But that's, in my opinion, where they're failing. You know, they don't only have to be heroes, bro. We should be able to, like, love these heroes and care about these heroes. And I just don't. Going into this movie, they failed. They've had 6 years. 6 years since Endgame. And they failed at building anything. That's my biggest takeaway from going into this movie. And I was really hopeful that the trailer would have given me, you know, anything. But when they're dropping projects that just aren't going to matter at the end of the day, like, I'm sure a lot of you like What If, but if they're dropping things like What If, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Werewolf by Night, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Secret Invasion, Echo. I'm sorry, X-Men 97, as good as it is, that's not what we should be focusing on. Agatha All Along, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Ironheart, Eyes of Wakanda, Marvel Zombies, Wonder Man, Punisher One Last Kill. As much as some of those projects I just listed are decent, we should be focusing on building these heroes up so that they actually matter. Why don't we have that? Why? I just got a friend request from some guy in Saudi Arabia. Anyways, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Take care. Peace.